India could unlock $500 billion of exports and generate 24 million jobs. So this is going to be a very interesting session. Uh, Watch till that, and you will gain the value for your time. Okay, talking about value, we will talk a little about the value. Okay, so here it goes like this. What do you think produce the most value? First one is primary sector, second one is secondary, third one is services. The obvious answer is services sector produce the most value. Okay, but if we see who employed the most people, then obvious answer is primary sector. But what about secondary sector? It is a sector that's whose role is not been explored till yet. Secondary sector, and especially in India, we know and we say every time India is an agrarian economy. India is a leading exporter to the world, but we don't talk about manufacturing. That India is a leading manufacturing powerhouse. No, we never say that. So this is a service sector which need to be explored, and today we will talk about this only. We see we saw a narrative of deglobalization recently, where we saw that Trump trying to impose protectionism on the world, every country going into that way. Like America, it imposed tariff on every other country, and European countries going into protectionism. They increasing their defense self-reliance and being a hyper self-reliant kind of thing. But it is not really true if you see the data. Maybe the narrative may be looking like that, but data tells us something entirely different. While the globalized goods trade that has grew up in 2025, and services trade that has grown a lot in this period. And next one is, we see China plus one strategy of advanced economies like US and EU, and that is working very well, because competition for that plus one is getting into hyperscale. I will connect all these three things as we go ahead in our um, topic. Okay, so here we go. Identify critical barriers for India. Okay, not for world, for India. So what are these? First one is the rising protectionism. Protectionism, I will tell you in this slide. While the ASEAN countries are the East Asian countries just east of us in the Indian Ocean. Okay, sorry, East Indian I wrote, East Asian. Okay, just in the east of our sides. While on ASEAN countries, the average tariff are 4.8%. On Vietnam it is 5.3%, on China it is 7.5%, while on India it is 18.1%, and that is a significant challenge for us. 18.1% tariff means every Indian good that is of 100 rupees faces a tariff of 18 rupees. So, okay, 18 rupees. So if we see and simply, then its price became 118, while a same good produced for 100 rupees in ASEAN country remains of only 104.8, that's rupees. Okay, so here we lacks, because everybody wants cheaper things. If I got two options, one is cheaper than the other, I will definitely purchase the cheaper one. Okay, if they are of same quality. That is a I will say a very much needed condition. Okay, so I told you protectionism against India is facing a lot of tariff from other countries. Next one is non-tariff barriers. You see, non-tariff barriers, first one I will describe is QCO means quality control orders. Recently government increased quality control orders from 89 to 765. You see the increase, how much is the increase. Yeah, they are important for us, but we also need to know that not all people are good in this world, so we have to act like that. And I think these are critically imposed on lot of things. Those are intermediate goods that we do not export. So what we need to do is that we should impose these quality control orders for now on the uh, food services, like agriculture and things where for that is related to food, our food security. And then next is core technologies, related on the core technologies only. So 765 QCOs, that are too much for us. Our economy is a very fragile one. It is a new economy. Is it developing? We can't take up that much quality control orders. Okay, so next one is exchange rate. This is a very important thing. I'm not talking about the exchange rate that we all discuss. We are talking about a new thing, that is, and this is a very important thing you will learn here. REER. Keep this topic. This can be very important for you in your exams. That is real effective exchange rate. Okay, real effective exchange rate. So what this does this mean? Like, if you see rupees today is trading at 96 or 95, that doesn't mean anything to us in the real world. Okay, yeah, it means trading happens on that money, but in the real time it doesn't mean anything. I will tell you how the real transaction happens. It happens like RBI. What RBI does, it takes a basket of 36 currencies. I will describe it on the next page. It takes up a basket of 36 currencies and measure value of rupees against these currencies. Okay, so that's how it works. So the real value comes out if there are three possibilities now from this. Okay, there are three possibilities. The first one is, I will write here, uh, your value is equal to 100. Okay, second one is it is greater than 100, and third one is it is lesser than 100. Which one is beneficial for us? This one. This one is beneficial for us. Now why? Let me tell you. For exports, if you want to export, our currency is undervalued. What undervalued currency means? That for 1 rupee, we can, for $1 we can get more and more number of rupees. As simple as that. If it is equal to 100, that means it is fairly priced. Okay, it is also beneficial for us, good for us. But if it is undervalued, if our currency is undervalued, then it is more and much beneficial. And same thing we can see, if it is more than 100, then it is very much problematic for us. Okay, and now that price for uh, it is not in there, so I will tell by myself. Today Indian currency is priced at around 97. Yeah, it is lesser than 100. But when we saw from period 2002 to 12, at that time it was priced at 92. So it is still much higher than earlier time. Yeah, in 2024 it goes up to 103.5. It went up to that point. But it has come down, but it need to come more down. And sliding rupee can be that help, but rupee should slide till some extent, not forever. It should go sliding down. And let me tell you, weaker currency doesn't really mean a weaker economy. You take example of Japan, it is more stronger economy than India. But if you see its currency, every dollar you get 156 yen. I will write here, for $1 you get 156 yen. So it is not necessary that every time a weaker currency means a weaker economy. Yeah, but it is also not necessary that weaker currency does mean stronger economy. Other factor also involved are also involved in this. Okay. What is meaning of next thing is what we are talking about the solutions. So first solution is deeper integration in GVC means global value chains. And okay, and so we see global, what global value chains here means. Like if in the world, like today we saw China, it's a rare earth monopoly, rare earth minerals. Okay, today if anywhere a phone is made, China will definitely have some amount of its value added in that phone. I can guarantee for 100%. Okay, so why? Because China has full monopoly on rare earth minerals. That have monopoly on rare earth minerals, they are used, they are essential commodity in the world today. Okay, so they will definitely be used in the phones. So the China is deeply integrated into this, and like it is working for EVs. So we like if cement is there, okay, so how we can be integrated in that? Like we must be supplying some chemical for that, or anything. We must be supplying lot of cement to the countries. Like if we take example of batteries made. India has a India has recently found a chunk of lithium in Jammu Kashmir. That will be that its mining is another question. But if we have that much lithium and we are exporting to the world, we are in the, so you see, if India is exporting that lithium to the world. Somehow we will be deeply integrated into the ecosystem that makes batteries. And if we are integrated in the system of batteries, then we will definitely be integrated in the electrical sector. So slowly and slowly, that our integration into global value chain is very much needed. Today India already assembles, it need to produce more and more things. Okay, and India also need to produce intermediate things, because real value is added not in the final product, but in the intermediate products. Those are very necessary, because those are the things that provide much more jobs. Okay, let take example of Apple phone. Tell Apple phone, its different components come from other places. It is assembled in India, and where it gets its final touch, when it is packed in a box that has the brand name Apple. So its value itself increases by 30-40%. Okay, that value has no meaning for us, because we have not added that value. That value is just added by the brand value of Apple. So the final product, assembled product, do not have much meaning for us. Yeah, it helps in increasing India's export, but the intermediate products, they do provide more jobs. Okay, next one is BC manufacturing, then digital services, then trade logistics. Okay, India must, I'm talking about, definitely talking about manufacturing. Digital services, we all know that we must go on to make better technology, invest in research and development. Then trade and logistics is like we must invest in making the logistic cost very cheaper. Today it is around 14 to 17% of the economy. We must reduce it, and in my previous video I told about dedicated freight corridor and how is it helping. You can watch that. And capitalizing on China plus one, I told you, because India is competing with these kind of nations like Vietnam, Thailand, and Mexico. All of these are developing economies, and these are competing with each other. So better is that we uh, go on to East Asia, because next, after the Trump is gone, I will definitely say a Democratic president will come in US, a president from Democratic Party. So Democratic Party definitely supports the East Asia pivot to East, uh, pivot to Asia strategy, and where these smaller East Asian countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, these will become important. So India must sign a free trade agreement with them that is much more comprehensive, and that will help India to export in these economies. Yeah, we have FTA with ASEAN, but that is not very much comprehensive as it is needed now. Strategic realignment we must see for our energy security, because that is very much important in this manufacturing sector. And recommendations are like ASEAN countries, they have slashed their import tariffs. So we must talk with those countries. Then exchange rate policy, I told you, comparative REER, that is very important thing. Government words must reduce its value from 97 today to at least 92, 91 for manufacture, for export to increase. Ease of business doing, that are things that we must know every time. Ease of business, infrastructure cost, that okay, skill development, because if these jobs will increase, those people will need training. Okay, and the trade agreements are a key thing in this sector. So these are very much needed. So I will conclude it with the one thing that